Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Parables of the Film Industry. I'm your host, Ned Burry, and I just want to reach out to all of you and say Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, and if you don't like any of that, then, well, Happy Cthulhu Day! Anyway, you're probably wondering, what's the point of this? I thought I was doing a Valley of Death episode. Well, do you know what? It's the holidays. Why should I be focusing on horror? I should be focusing on the wonder of Christmas. It's wonderful, it's cheery, it's so full of life and beautiful. So, yeah, why should I be focusing on horror? So, I thought it'd be better to do a Parables of the Film Industry episode. You know, my old Christian analysis show. I mean, God forbid that show ever, I do another episode of that again, right? Right? Okay. Anyway, I figured it'd be a great idea to do an episode on what else but one of the greatest Christmas movies of all time. It's a Wonderful Life. Well, that was weird. Okay, well, apparently the forces that be do not want me to do a Christian analysis on It's a Wonderful Life. You know what, let me see if I can find another movie. Here's a good one. The Muppet Christmas Carol. Yeah, I could just do the normal Christmas Carol, but honestly, I think it would be a great idea to do, the Muppet Christmas Carol. Ouch! Why is everything catching on fire? Alright, well, clearly something wants me to review a horror movie. So, it is Friday. I should be reviewing a horror movie anyway. Sorry those who wanted me to do a Parables of the Film Industry, but apparently I'm not doing that today. So, I guess later down the road I'll go ahead and do one. Alright, let's see. I know I have plenty of Christmas-themed horror movies. So, honestly, let's go ahead and take a look. I'm sure I can find something to review that's horror-themed for the Christmas season. Alright, well, let's see what we got here. Here's a good one. Krampus. That's a pretty good movie that I could potentially review. It's obviously Christmas-themed. It has to do with Krampus. The shadow of Saint Nicholas. Anyway, that's always an option. We got another Krampus movie. We got Krampus, The Reckoning. But maybe we can go ahead and check a different one out. I mean, there is at least one great horror-themed Christmas movie that is a classic, and that is the only Gremlins. Honestly, I think this is a great movie, and it should be one that we honestly probably should check out. It's obviously Christmas themed, and it has a really lot of great moments in it that we could definitely go over. Of course, there are a lot of other great horror-themed Christmas movies. I mean, there's Black Christmas, there's the reboot. We don't like talking about that. And then there's, another reboot. Let's not talk about that one either. And technically, The Conjuring 2 is also a Christmas movie. I mean, if we're gonna go by Die Hard logic, it takes place at Christmas, it's a freaking Christmas movie. And before we do pick our Christmas movie, I think we should get on the topic about Die Hard being a Christmas movie. Personally, I think... No. It can't be. I locked you away. How could you find me? How could you find me? Why must you torture me, you vile spirit? Star Wars Holiday Special. What the hell is this? The Star Wars Holiday Special came out in 1978, literally a year after the release of the very first Star Wars movie. Back then, they were just called Star Wars. George Lucas, although he did kind of had vague plans for sequels and stuff, he didn't really have a clear vision of where he wanted to move forward with Star Wars. However, because Star Wars was such a huge flipping success, he decided, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and make a sequel. Unfortunately, the sequel was taking way too freaking long to go ahead and get off the ground, as most sequels do. However, he decided, what better way to go ahead and tide the fans over than by making a Christmas freaking special on Star Wars? Eventually, when the holiday special was released on television, it was met with wide critical, what the flipping heck did we just watch? And even today, fans still have no idea what the hell George Lucas was thinking when he made this thing. Was he high on drugs? Was he having a midlife crisis? Did he just simply not know what to do? Clearly that's the answer, but still, how can you make this? To this day, the holiday special lives in infamy and is known by Star Wars fans as literally the worst thing that was ever born from Star Wars. Until the prequels happened. And then until the Disney sequels happened. Even George Lucas hated this thing and did his absolute best to make sure that no one could ever find this piece of flipping masterwork that he simply made up. As you can see, I have a physical copy of it. Now, this is a bootleg copy as it never went on sale anywhere, and it's simply just the television version of it. It's actually in very decent quality, has some special features to it, and what's actually really funny about this is I actually found this at a horror convention. Yeah, I went to a horror convention where I was going to try and meet Kane Hodder and Robert Englund. Met Kane Hodder. That was freaking awesome. What wound up happening was I was looking around the tables and what should I find but this. A bunch of copies of this. Why did I buy this? Well, to put it simply, I'm a completionist, and, well, I'm a sucker for pain. So, how about we take a look at this gem? I know there have been many other YouTubers who have actually gone and done this movie, and I'm sure they've probably done a much better job than I have. I mean, there's John Tron, there's the Nostalgia Critic. They did really great reviews of this movie, but I thought, why not throw my hat into the ring? Maybe I'll find something that they couldn't find. Maybe I'll find some enjoyment from this movie. Anyways, I'm sure they were exaggerating. I mean, how bad can this movie actually be? So the movie starts off with B-roll from Star Wars Episode 4, where Han and Chewie are trying to escape the Empire.
That's it, I'm turning back. I know your family's waiting.
As it turns out, they're trying to get Chewbacca back to Kashyyyk for Life Day. As it turns out, Life Day is basically a Wookiee holiday. What it is, I don't know, but I guess it's important enough to basically literally risk killing yourselves to get back for. Then after that scene is over, we have a nice jump cut to Kashyyyk, the homeworld of the Wookiees, and of course, for Chewbacca, where we actually get to meet his family, which is something that we've actually never seen in Star Wars. So this will actually be kind of interesting, at least I would think. Okay, well, I do have a little bit of good news for us. So, I did actually take Wookiee language classes when I was at Franciscan. So, maybe I can put it to good use here. I am a little bit rusty, but I should be able to help us through this experience. Nailed it. But seriously, who thought this was a good idea? Every time this family shows up, there are no subtitles. So we literally get to bask in the absolute glory of the Wookiee language without understanding a single flipping word they're saying. This Wookiee right here is Mala, Chewbacca's wife. And this little Wookiee right here is Lumpy. Whoever the hell the old Wookiee is, I have no idea. I do not recall hearing his name throughout this whole special. So, as you can tell, I have no idea what's going on. And then little Lumpy decides he's going to go ahead and watch some program. I didn't take enough drugs for this. Okay, whatever this is. Cool. No. What am I watching? Also, before we continue, basically the entire special is very similarly to this. There's like a little bit of plot that's revealed where sometimes we see a familiar Star Wars face and then all of a sudden weirdness happens. Because that's what Star Wars is. A familiar face and weirdness. Only if you watch the sequel, Disney movies. Oh! After that, we now see a very familiar face, Luke Skywalker.
We'll bring him to the screen. I want to say hello to him. You don't know where he is?
What the hell did they do to you? I do not remember your hair looking like... You look like Ken. And why does it look like you have eyeliner? Luke is calling Mala to get in touch with Han and Chewie, but obviously they haven't arrived yet, which obviously makes him...
He's not there now. They're way overdue. There must have been trouble.
I guess worried? If we're gonna go by that delivery?
Come on, Mala. Let's see a little smile. Come on.
Okay, Mark Hamill. If by some miraculous chance you ever see this video, what was going on in your mind when you asked this question?
Come on, Mala. Let's see a little smile.
Were you literally trying to just, innocently enough, just try to get her to smile because she was worried? Did you have feelings for the female Wookiee? Did you really want to, I don't know, maybe you're interested in just hairy people? I don't judge.
That's better.
And then we meet this guy, who is basically a shop owner, but he basically works with the Rebel Alliance while being, incognito with the Imperials.
Good, I thought you would. Now, would you like to pay me something for it, or give me something in trade?
I said I'll take it.
I thought I might embarrass you when I told you to accept it as a gift.
Okay, you didn't really need to sound so desperate about that.
I don't like embarrassing people. I don't like being embarrassed myself. That's why I don't like to embarrass people.
You really didn't need to sound so desperate with that. And now we come to one of the interesting parts of this special, where the plot seems to move in and out of this interesting format that George Lucas decided for this special. Basically, there are many times throughout this program, if we can call it that, where the characters interact with things that, honestly, you could put together inside, like, some kind of holiday special, or maybe just a bunch of programs that, like, go back to back to back if you're watching television. It starts off with her watching a cooking program.
Hello. Today we are going to be preparing a very succulent dish called Bantha Surprise.
I don't like where this is going.
Yummy yum on that tummy tum.
I really don't like where this is going.
Stir, 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 stir. Stir, 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 stir. Very nice. Now, step 2. While we're stirring,
quite done with the
we
stirring.
also whip, stir. Stir, whip, stir, whip, stir. Come on, faster all together now. Cooking can be fun. Stir, whip.
I'm really done with the stirring.
Stir, whip.
I'm really done with the... Calamate. Finally, the shopkeeper arrives, and of course, they're all a little bit glum because Chewbacca and Han haven't arrived yet, although we keep cutting back to them once in a while, just to see how they're doing.
All right, the coordinates weren't the best.
The shopkeeper has brought gifts. That's nice.
I'll insert this proton pack.
Dang, the new Virtual Boy looks really good.
Now then, Itchy, I thought you might like this. It's one of those, it's a real, it's kind of hard to explain. It's a, wow.
I really don't understand why you're trying to explain it to him in this way.
I do mean Happy Life Day.
What the hell am I watching?
Oh, we are excited, aren't we?
What the hell is this?
Now, we can have a good time, can't we?
Okay. First off, never mind the fact that this weirdness is going on, but you literally gave the man...
I'll tell you a secret. I find you adorable. I'll tell you a secret. I find you adorable. I find you adorable. I find you adorable.
Should I have this on? Should I turn this off? Like, am I gonna get flagged by the YouTube overlords? After that incredibly upsetting imagery,
We are excited, aren't we?
we finally get Princess Leia and C-3PO, whatever the hell they're doing.
Happy Life Day.
She says it may be a happy life day for you, but personally, she's seen happier ones.
I don't want to tire the channels.
You little jerk.
They, too, want to speak to Han and Chewie, who, of course, are not there. Dang, this plot is so... engrossing.
All right, the coordinates weren't the best.
Sounds like a start. What'd I tell you? Must be Chewbacca now.
Ah, finally! Something exciting happening. Alright, come on, let's see some action. And...
This unit is occupied by 4 Wookiees, 2 adult males, 1 adult female, and 1 male child.
Where is the other Wookiee male?
what is this, Tarkin's List? While the Empire is basically ravaging through this home, trying to find any information about the rebels,
Oh, by the way, while I'm finishing up here, why don't you boys take it easy, relax, put your feet up, and make yourself to home. Wookiee food isn't the greatest, but I'm sure that I can whip something up in the kitchen there that we can all eat. You don't mind, do you, Mala? Mala, will you come in the kitchen to help me?
he really didn't need to sound so desperate with that. The shopkeeper distracts one of the guys with Jefferson's starship. George, are you okay? Like, do you need a pat on the back? Like, do you just... you need a hug? Something? Were you already distraught, like, before, like, Empire came out about how fans would think of you? That you just made this crap? Is this, like, a thing that you just tried to do so people would immediately hate you? We then cut to a cartoon, which this is actually really weird, only because it's literally the Star Wars characters in this animated video that the Wookiees are watching that has the Star Wars characters going on some adventure thing. Is this like a propaganda movie that was made by the rebels? The only memorable thing about this is we finally meet Boba Fett, a brand new character at the time who would then become a very memorable character in episodes 5 and 6. Although, he's definitely one of the most overhyped characters of all time. You can at me if you want. I'm sorry. Jango Fett's a lot better. Lumpy goes upstairs to pick up his room because the Empire screwed it up, and then he goes to work on...
Thank you for selecting our brand of mini transmitter. If you assemble it properly, following the instructions I am about to give you, it will provide many years of fun and valuable service for you. Try not to rip it open, because it makes a very handy storage case for your tools until you need them again. The impulse-to-voice translator, the very heart of the mini transmitter, which converts electronic energy which you provide into any of 1,000 recognizable languages.
You know, this is truly what Star Wars should be. Never mind the lightsaber fights, never mind the great world building and the mythology and the Force and all that stuff, never mind that, never mind the space battles, the quippy dialogue and all that. No, this is what we need in Star Wars. I need to know how to make that switch panel. Who, in their right mind, thought this was Star Wars?
Now, watch me closely.
Next. Ah, thank God, a familiar place.
Time now for life on Tatooine.
Even though we're very far away from the plot at this point, I have no idea where the hell we are. Oh, cool, it's the cantina from A New Hope. That's kind of cool.
What'll it be?
Hello, Acmina.
Is that B. Arthur?
Well, of course we can talk. We are talking. You're not ordering, I'm not pouring, we are not drinking, we are talking. I'm moving this to make room for a drink so that next time I say what'll it be, and you tell me, I can put it right there.
What is B. Arthur doing in a Star Wars program? You know, a lot of people are talking about The Rise of Skywalker and basically being like, oh, thank God, you know, a familiar villain's coming back, you know, familiar characters, you know, we got the Emperor coming back, and Leia is in it for a little bit, of course, you know, God rest her soul. And, oh, great, we got Billy D. Williams as Lando again. You know, classic returning characters. They got nothing on B. Arthur. But the funny thing is, about this particular sequence, it's actually the best part of the whole thing. Why? Well, for one thing, B. Arthur looks like she gives a damn about her performance.
If you're saying what I think you're saying, you felt you meant, I thought you needed to hear, then I just have one thing to say: I did not.
She actually puts on a decent performance. It looks like she cares. It looks like she really cares about her bar. It really looks like she cares about all the people that she's serving and taking care of, and yeah, even throwing out of the bar. And it's just, it makes you feel a little bit more. And then,
just one more round, friend, then homeward bound, friend. Don't forget me in your dreams.
We have a song sequence with B. Arthur in a Star Wars. I'm done. Once again, yes, we've already had a few song sequences in this movie, but when they were sitting at the table trying to construct this, they really think, oh, we have B. Arthur. We need B. Arthur as this basically person at a bar who owns the bar. Yes, owns the bar. And she has a song and dance sequence with all these aliens. How much crack were you snorting? Probably a lot. But once again, I still actually care about this sequence. I care more about this bar shutting down than I do about everything else that has happened in this whole freaking program. If the whole thing was about her and this, do you know what? I might have actually felt something. It would have been weird as all hell. But at least I would have cared.
Is that a tear, friend, in your eye? Good night, but not.
Oh yay, we're back to the plot. So the stormtrooper comes in, tries to attack poor old little Lumpy, and who should show up? Chewbacca to the rescue! Han Solo! Okay, good, finally, we're getting some action. That's how you killed the stormtrooper? Okay, Han, you literally had a gun. You could have just, boo! Or, something. Just literally tackled him. Something. You had Chewbacca, who literally could have ripped his arms off. What the hell was that? Okay, I know people make fun of stormtroopers for, being terrible shots, but I guess it's just because all stormtroopers are incredibly clumsy. No wonder why they can't shoot!
This day is for you. Have a wonderful celebration.
Alright, time for the very sappy message.
May the Force be with you.
Moving on. Please, moving on. Program's done. Chewbacca's home for Life Day, and oh my dear God. I didn't know that I switched out my copy of the holiday special for 2001: A Space Odyssey. Oh my God. Okay, I wasn't expecting Wookiee carolers.
We celebrate a day of peace.
Oh no, and now Carrie's singing. Why? Why? No. No, please, no. What am I watching? Why did you make this, Lucas? And that's what Life Day is all about. What can I say about the holiday special that hasn't already been said? It's a mess. I can kind of see what George Lucas was trying to do with at least a sort of whatever there is of an artistic vision in this thing, by basically trying to mash up programs that normally happen during the holidays, particularly Thanksgiving. This is what actually it kind of makes me think of, where there's concerts, there's games, there's sometimes weird programs that just like give you instructions on how to build weird things or whatever. And then of course cooking and just news things that are going on all over the world in certain aspects. I can kind of see where he was coming from when he was trying to create. But you don't do that with Star Wars! Thank goodness I am done with this, because I don't think I've been able to survive another minute of this. People try to say that the prequels are bad? Oh, come on. They're gold in comparison to this. Oh, boy. But yeah, it's all done. And at least I can say... What's that smell? Oh yeah, I forgot to put the fire out. Hey everyone, thank you for watching the video. It has been a great year coming back. Yeah, I only came back in August, and of course, I did have another little break, because of moving and stuff, but honestly, it has been great being back on YouTube, being able to make movie reviews, Valley of Death, and coming up with like the new stuff like Let's Talk sheNEDigans and stuff like that. It has been really, really great coming back, and I could not be any more thankful for the support that you guys have given me through, this year of just me coming back, and even just being a good support, since my entire very, very long absence. So thank you so much for that. And I just wanted to let you know basically what's going to be coming up in the next year. Basically, obviously I'm going to be finishing up all the Star Wars reviews with the Ned reviews. Once those are done, I might do a few topic videos on Star Wars, but then it's going to get back into a more normal schedule. Mondays we'll be back to just one Ned reviews a week. then a Let's Talk sheNEDigans on Wednesdays. Also, I am planning on doing the Parables of the Film Industry videos again. And that is actually what's going to happen between on Wednesdays. It's basically going to go back and forth between Let's Talk sheNEDigans and a Parables of the Film Industry, where I'll be doing a Christian analysis on, all kinds of movies. Just to let you know, for the Parables of the Film Industry, the next video I actually have planned for that is Batman vs. Superman. So you guys can get a little bit excited for that. On the Christian analysis I plan on doing for that one. I personally have a really great thing planned for it. It's really cool, and I really hope you guys will enjoy it when the video does come out. And then, of course, Fridays will be the Valley of Death horror movie reviews. And yes, I realize that I have at least 2 movies that are not actual horror movies, but I think you can agree they are quite terrifying in a manner of speaking. And who knows, maybe you might get another incredibly terrifying movie somewhere down the road for the Valley of Death again. So we have those. Not to mention, I'm also going to be doing live streams every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. That's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Basically, I'll release a video early in the morning, and then I will do a live stream. Most of the time, the live streams will be basically Let's Plays. So I'll be playing video games and stuff. You guys can go ahead and watch me play. We can talk about videos, we can talk about movies, we can talk about literally anything you guys want to talk about. Or heck, you guys can just watch me play and just, we can just have, fun conversation about the game, or like I said, literally anything. That's basically all I have to say. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for supporting me through this year. You guys take care. God bless. And you guys have a very Merry Christmas and incredibly happy holidays. Once again, thank you so much.